Greetings and salutations. This is the final Rhino Barrow's Nerdsville. Since in future I will be changing the name of my channel to something that's a bit more suited to my current spiritual animal. You'll find out soon. This video is dedicated to the past WWE draft, or my reaction to the draft. It was good, but it could have been better. Literally, it could have been way better. Firstly, the rules should have stated no champion shall be singled to one brand, which is pretty stupid, because the WWE Championship, the WWE Intercontinental Championship, Women's Championship, US, and the Tag Team Championships all have the singular WWE on it. Let me just see here. Let me just quickly get this. Back again. It's the same with my two wrestling championship belts. As you see, this is the ECW World Tag Team Championship belt, and this is the AWF World Young Lions Wrestling Championship belt. You see, if those two companies had brand splitting, they should have. Those belts belong to the singular, which is the company, which the WWE Championship belts are. They are the singular, like the WWE Champion, the WWE World Tag Team Champions, the WWE Women's Champion, the WWE Intercontinental, and the WWE United States Championship belt. There's not the Raw World Heavyweight Championship belt or the SmackDown World Championship belt. There's no the SmackDown insert title belt here championship belt, or the Raw insert championship title title of the championship belt here, insert championship name here, belt. They are singular titles with their own respective lineage and legacy, and they should be to the singular column, which is the WWE, which was a big mistake back in 2002 when the Women's Championship, Tag Team Championship, and the Intercontinental Championship belts were exclusive to Raw, but the Cruiserweight titles, actually the Tag Team belts, were with SmackDown, and so was the Cruiserweight title, which literally made it think, hang on, if you tag team on Raw, what is the use of becoming a tag team? Or if you're a female competitor on SmackDown, what's the use of being a female competitor? The same thing can be said for the tag teams that are on SmackDown now, like the Alpha Males, like the American Alpha. The tag team titles are on Raw. Same thing for Becky Lynch. What the women's title is on Raw. Kalisto is on SmackDown, but guess what? They're going to bring back the Intercontinental title, and it's going to be on what brand? Raw. It makes it hard for people who have specialized skills to go for those particular belts, since that belt is no longer a part of the environment. That is the fail. That's the first failing of the 2016 draft pick. Secondly, no shirts. This is my Jake the Snake Roberts t-shirt, and this is one of my indie wrestling t-shirts. No shirts were given. No Raw t-shirt, no SmackDown t-shirt were given on set. The shirts midriff tops were all given backstage, which took away, in my book, it took away literally the power of that draft pick for Raw. You know, first draft pick, Seth Rollins. His music comes out. His music blares in the background. He comes out. He looks at Stephanie. He looks at Mick. They both do. Look, you know. Here's your shirt. Seth goes, "Thank you," and takes off what shirt he has got. Whoop. And to put on the Raw like the new Raw t-shirt, and been given a brief 30 seconds to say something like, you know, Stephanie, you know, Mick, I'm going to be your flagship boy. I'm going to be the face that runs Raw. I'm going to be the man who is going to put Stephanie, your brother, and that little weasel out of business. I'm going to make sure SmackDown is nothing. Then his music plays and goes off and yells out, "I'm supposed to be a champion, not Dean Ambrose," and that'll be it. Then the SmackDown came along, and it was Dean Ambrose who was drafted. I just pulled up. Dean Ambrose could be going, heh. Yeah, I know it's the AWF Young Lions Championship belt. Sue me. But this is what Dean, like, him going SmackDown. WWE Championship, SmackDown colors. WWE Championship, SmackDown colors. Stephanie, Mick, I'm gonna ruin your asses. Shane and Mr. Bryan, you know. I am home, that's home with me, and guess what? The WWE Champion is gonna make SmackDown one hell of a home, boy. Yeah, there's something of the Dean Ambrose shtick, as it would in the draft. Things could be said with New Day and Rusev and The Miz, but it didn't happen. The handing of the shirt in other sports, the handing of the jersey, handing of a hat, handing of a piece of clothing with the team's name on it, or the logo on a jacket pocket, or something like on those lines. A representation of the faith that person has in your brand. But it looks like both Stephanie and Shane do not have faith in the people that they have actually drafted in the WWE draft. And which means to me, why should I care about like Dean Ambrose on SmackDown, or the club on Monday Night Raw, or Gallows and Anderson on Monday Night Raw, or even Finn Balor? Why should I care about him on Raw? Why should I care about Becky Lynch on SmackDown when there's no true putting of faith of Mick Foley, Stephanie for Raw, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon for SmackDown? There's no true faith being put into those stars. The third down point, there's no behind the closed doors. They should have had two locker rooms: the main roster's locker room and the NXT locker room. Like Finn Balor and that Nia Jax, both of them got drafted to Raw on television. The Alpha Males got drafted to SmackDown on television. Why didn't they show the NXT guys going, just looking up thinking, yeah, one or two of us will be going to going to uh, going to a different show. Okay. We'll be moving on and that. Then when Stephanie and Mick said, "Oh, we've got the demon, Finn Balor." They should have shown inside the NXT locker room, and Finn goes around to Finn's face and goes, "What? I've been drafted to Raw. That means I'm moving forward in my career in the WWE." The same thing could have been said for the American males for SmackDown. Yeah, bro, boom. We are going to be the IT tag team of Tuesday Night SmackDown. And Nia Jax could have been the same, they could have all been doing a high fives, guess what, you're going to be good, you're going to be great, you're going to be awesome in that new show. Then they would sit down in front of their new respective commissioner and general manager for the crowd to see who's on what side and who's wearing the blue SmackDown or red Raw t-shirts. And also to see them as I said, in the shirts and that. That's a previous point. But not to have the reaction from the locker room. Not to see the sadness that AJ Styles are not going to see his two friends, Gallows and Anderson. Like, you see in the locker room, Stephanie and Mick go, "We are going to have Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the club." And you just see, like, you can see like the stress, the sadness that is on the faces of Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, and AJ Styles. Like, and they hug it. Firstly, AJ Styles gets it and then goes, "Yeah, beautiful." Then, Gallows and Anderson get called up for Raw. One camera pans onto AJ Styles that is seated at stage side, at stage entrance, ramp side, looking up towards the stage entrance. "Shane, Daniel, mine, and they go, they're the ones you called. Then you see Gallows and Anderson receive their Raw t-shirts, and they sit down with the Raw guys. And but before they walk down, they go, they give each other a final hug. One SmackDown guy, two Raw guys, saying, "You know what? You guys do well in Raw, AJ, make SmackDown your bitch. That could have been the way to do things. The fourth thing that didn't pan well, that didn't exactly pan well for the for the draft pick, they could have had what was done after WrestleMania 20, the 20. The second draft pick. They didn't have the guy that got drafted. Then you'd have, let me see, I'm just using this Pokemon game cartridge. Like, do have, like, you know, like over here the name, down here the accomplishments, and standard, like, and you know, with like a fighting pose, the actual wrestler, like the wrestler on this side, information on that side, would have been awesome. Literally, would have been awesome just to see, you know, the credentials. You know, since they're now on where they've been and who they and what belts they've won, it would have been great to say, you know what, we acknowledge AJ Styles being a multiple-time world champion, multiple-time tag team champion, multiple-time secondary type title champion, have held X amount of championships around the world. The same thing could be said for the New Day, and have like a, you know, he goes, oh, firstly, and have like the announcers go, like Michael go, hey, guess what? Firstly, we got Kofi Kingston. He came in, he debuted on this year, you know, on X amount year. He has won the tag team titles a number of times. He's won the United States Championship belt. He's won this championship belt, that championship belt. And before he came to the WWE, he had a number of championship reigns to his name. Followed up by, now we got the Big E Langston. He debuted in this year. Won the Intercontinental Championship. But prior to him coming to the WWE, he has won this many titles and has had this many in this legacy of championship reigns. Then we've got Xavier Woods. He is now the current second-time WWE Tag Team Champion, along with these other. He debuted in NXT at this particular year, and guess what? He's held this many belts around the world. That would have been good. Have like the credentials and that for the shows. Then but that's just that is actually my last gripe, my last grievance of the WWE draft. My what I liked about the draft is number one. The first thing I liked the draft was the commissioner and general manager both running the same brand. They did away with the singular commissioner and the singular general manager. Both concepts failed. A commissioner is like a head of the company. General manager runs day-to-day business. But to have Shane as SmackDown Live commissioner and Stephanie Levesque, aka Stephanie McMahon Helmsley, being the Raw commissioner, that's their office titles. That they run things, they manage things to different people. But the running of the week-to-week shows, booking of the matches, booking of the pay-per-views, and seeing who can come up from NXT to their show. You got Mick Foley. Mick Foley, he has had experience being the commissioner of the WWE during the Invasion period. He knows what he's doing. He knows what more the traditionalists would want, which is well and good and all, but it's unfortunately a business. Businesses need to grow, and businesses need to say, you know what, get rid of some of the old junk, time to bring in some new. Unfortunately, I don't see Raw doing that, but that's a sub-grievance of Raw, but that's only a sub-grievance, not supposed to be mentioned here. Then you got on the SmackDown general manager side, Daniel Bryan. He knows what the younger wrestling fan need is young, fresh talent who will be more than happy to work hard for their spot in the spotlight. That is a positive. It's just a war. Another positive thing of the draft was the leaks were wrong. Hallelujah. The leaks that said John Cena is going to go to Monday Night Raw. You know what? They said the same thing about AJ Styles going to Raw and staying with the club. Enzo Amore and Big Cass, the realest G's in the room. How you doing? Doing SmackDown, but guess what, players? They are going to Raw. They're going to SmackDown. They're going to Raw. Yes. Let me see. Natalia was supposed to go to Raw, but she got dropped to SmackDown. Charlotte was going to SmackDown, but she got Raw. But the leaks were wrong. Oh, man, yes. And like the fourth and final thing of what I liked about the draft pick was the camaraderie of the announce table. 4 guys around that one little itty bitty table. Byron Saxton does both Raw and SmackDown. You got the Michael Cole, who's just basically Raw to the T, to the bone, you know. And you got Jerry the King Lawler, who's SmackDown all the way. Well, now SmackDown. Well, now Fight Gone, but then SmackDown all the way because of him doing a lot of stuff with SmackDown. That yeah, and that third white fella, I forget his name. they they worked like consummate professionals. There was no ribbing saying, "Oh, guess what? Raw's a dominant show," or "No, guess what? SmackDown's the dominant show." They were surprised to see, the Big Show going to Raw, or seeing Randy Orton getting drafted to SmackDown, and their shocks, their reactions were literally Raw reactions. I'm not saying that the SmackDown exclusive announced team then a SmackDown like anything of that bizarre SmackDowny thing, but it was just a raw emotions, raw reactions, raw shock and awe. To go, what? This guy, he's on our show, he's on my show, he's on this show, that show. Damn it, we wanted that person on this show, and so Moray and Big Cass would have been the G team on the A team of the bona fide G's of SmackDown. But then you got the Alpha Males, the young tag team. They were like, Michael goes, oh, come on, the Alpha Males, they would have been good on Raw. Would have had a good run against the tag team champions, the New Day. Those reactions were real. Along with the crowd going, what the? Was boom. But there is only one thing I would change with the WWE draft lottery. It's not a grievance. It's just something like, if I were planning the event, I would have said, okay, since we're doing five picks, we would allow SmackDown an extra pick for each round. That means 3 picks each. Raw gets 3 picks. SmackDown got 3 picks. But that's just a thing where I would have picked. You could have had a couple more superstars being called up from NXT. Could have had more reactions from back in the locker room. Could have had more shirts to hand out and that, But it's just what woulda and coulda have done. As I said, this is the last Rhino Barrow's Nerdsville video, as I'll be changing my name to something else. I won't be reshooting any previous videos. They will still be called Rhino Barrow's Nerdsville, but when I come back, I'll be under a new name, and this channel will be a new channel. I was Rhino Barrows. See ya.